What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. And before we jump into this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Chip with Harper and Knowles Washer and Dryer Repair. He commented on one of my previous videos and gave me this idea, so here we go. Alright guys, these are both washing machines that I got for free. This one needs a new drain pump, and this one has bad bearings, missing lid switch, shifting sensor, burned up control board. Anyways, I've used a lot of pieces off of this one. This is my donor machine. This one is the machine I'm trying to get going. So I'm going to take the drain pump off this one, which I already have, and then put it over here where this one is. As you can see, these pumps are very similar, but the hookups are different. Terminals. So basically, we are going to take the connections that plugs into this drain pump from this one. We're going to cut those wires off, cut the wires off of this one, and switch them out. I'll explain more kind of here in a second. So when I was editing this, I noticed it was kind of hard to understand, so bear with me with this terrible drawing. Here's the donor machine. Here's the machine we're trying to fix. Here are two wires. That's not a cord. These are two wires that go to this pump. And then on the fixing machine, the one we're trying to fix, there's the two wires that go to its pump. So we need to take this pump and put it over here. But as you can see, even like with my drawing, the connections where it connects, those won't match up. This big connection will not fit into this little connection. So what we have to do is not just get rid of this pump because it's bad. We also need to get rid of the connection, the wiring harness. So what we end up doing is, instead of just taking this pump, we cut it up here. We connect these wires to this wire. That way our connection harness is going to end up being the same one we had. So now, let me try to draw this. So now that's erased and comes over here. We end up, let's say this is where it connects at. Our new wires come down. So this little area right here is this area right here. Obviously on the end of it, we have the wiring harness that we got from the old one because it actually fits in our pump. So all of this is gone. We've connected that. And then now we just take our pump, hook our pump up, and ideally it works. These are kind of the tools you need. Pliers, you just always need pliers. 5/16 socket. I use this to help get the hoses off of the drain pumps, and then we're going to be splicing our wires with this right here. And then I also have a continuity tester to make sure that the pump I'm going to be putting on is actually good. So we've got our multimeter here, and we're just going to test and make sure this pump has continuity. And as you can see, it does. So we're good to go ahead and use it. Next, we'll lay these two face down, and I will show you exactly what we're doing. So here's the pump, and this is the donor machine that it came off of. As you can see, it's set in here like this. And then this clip, let's see if I can get it, down here just plugs in. So this area right here plugs into this, and it's not the same as the other one. So what we're going to basically do is keep these components, these two components right here together. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to snip these two wires right here. We're going to take this and we will splice them to these two wires. So essentially we'll be getting rid of this because we just said we're going to take this from the other machine. And so we'll take from here down and connect it from here up. So let's see how it turns out. So we got this piece. So this is our old one. Set it to the side. Now we'll be splicing these together. That way we can plug into our new drain pump, and then that will fit in here. Mounting bolts are the same, and we'll have a working washing machine. Also, before I do this, I am actually going to switch the cases, so I'm going to take these wires, lace them through here, and then get rid of this one. I'm going to do that. Now we'll use these wire strippers and just splice back these. And basically, if you don't know what that means there's tubing that's around this. We're going to strip it off where it's just exposed wire. Now those wires are exposed. It'll focus. Do the same thing on this one. If I remember which one it is. Try to do about the same length. So I think that might be the wrong one. Okay, now we got both of these exposed. We need to do the same thing to the ones on the washing machine. It's gonna be harder to film because I got this on the ground, but essentially I'm gonna be doing the same things. I'll show you once I'm finished. Now we got these exposed as well. So to figure out how to splice which wire with which wire, I'm just gonna look at this and see that it is blue on the right and black and white on the left. If it's looking at me, and if this one is looking at me, it is tan on the right and blue on the left. So the cords are going to be intermingling are tan with blue and black with blue. So as long as we're not going blue to blue, we should be good. So essentially, guys, you just take this exposed wire and you'll connect these and you'll twist them together. And you'll connect these and twist them together. Let me do that real quick and I'll show you what we'll do next. All right, guys, I got them twisted together. Here's this blue with the black, and then here's this tan with the blue. And then I've got these little wire connectors just to kind of protect it. Then I'll twist down on there. And I'll do that with the other one too, so let me do that. So there both sets are together, and I got some electrical tape, and I'm just going to tape the heck out of it to cover any exposed wire, because obviously this is a washing machine. So the likelihood of water getting down here is pretty good, so we're going to go ahead and tape that up with electric tape. Alright guys, well here they are, finally electric taped. I've had to do it all over again. I would have got rid of every bit of this and just use heat shrink. But that's not what we did. So now's the fun part. I'm going to plug this in to the drain pump, and then we'll mount it up and hook up the hoses, and I'll show you guys all that. Before I do that, I actually went ahead and just taped both these lines together. So anyways, all this is super secure and taped like crazy, so shouldn't have any issues with it. One thing I did notice is this case is, for whatever reason, not fitting on here anymore, but that's not a big deal. I got the wire harness put in right here, you can see. Now we'll just mount it with these 3 bolts, hook up this tube up here, and we'll be good to go. Got the pump mounted with 1, 2, 3 screws. Then we'll hook this right here. That's the hose that's your drain hose. And get my pliers wherever those are and I'll clamp this back down here. Just clamp that down here. And I know you guys are probably thinking I'm over taping stuff, but I'm gonna get some tape and tape from this back side all around here and on that other side, just to hold that case there, just because I don't want it moving. And then we will test it. But first, where are my keys? I gotta run and pick my wife up, because that's the reality of life. It's not just cut up YouTube videos. You actually have to do stuff, so we'll be back. So real quickly, while I'm going to pick my wife up, I do want to answer something that you guys might be saying, because I kind of was saying it to myself too. If I sell this to somebody, am I screwing them over because of how it's jimmy rigged? And actually I'm not, because really all I did was replace the wiring and the wiring harness. So anybody that did have this washing machine, if the drain pump for whatever reason goes out in the future, and they go down there and they check the drain pump and they check the part number on that drain pump, all they have to do is order that new drain pump, and then the harness that's on there will fit in there. So yeah, I really just redid the wiring. Had the wiring already been done, obviously then all I'd have to do is switch out the drain pump, but we had to go ahead and redo the wiring. So can somebody replace the drain pump in the future without having to mess with all the wires? Yes, they'll just have to replace the drain pump and make sure they just replace the drain pump that's on there, which most people should anyways. The part number is actually on it. So there's that. That makes me feel a little bit better. All right, guys, got it hooked up to water and got it plugged in. We're gonna see if this puppy runs. Guys, the drain pump is working. As you can see, we're flowing out water. This isn't all from that thing's going crazy, but the pump is working. Our switch worked. All right, guys, after that last clip, just had a real scare. The washing machine just like stopped. The lights weren't on, it wouldn't come on. I thought I had like shorted out the washing machine and like ruined the timer and all the wires on it, but I went to the outlet and I checked and I plugged in like a heater instead of the washing machine, because I was hooked up to an outlet on the house and the heater worked. So I was like, okay, that's a horrible sign, because I was hoping I just maybe tripped the breaker or something. But anyways, I normally hook the washers up that I test out here by the shop. And so I came out here to my old trusty extension cord, and the hookup to the shop and the extension cord in the shop actually, I guess, worked. And that's all the problem was. So you can see it's filling. And just to be 100% sure, I am gonna run it through a full test cycle. And then once I actually see it do absolutely everything I want it to, then I'll get back with you and show you what we got next. It's finished agitating. You can see drain pump is working well. Now I had two free washing machines that didn't work. We took the drain pump off one and put it on this one. So now I've got a washing machine that does work. And I picked up a $50 dryer that works well, that we're gonna pair with it. We'll probably list it for $280 plus $40 for delivery. So I'll show you the dryer. Here's a dryer I picked up yesterday. It does have the knobs. They're just in here. I didn't want them to blow off. But anyways, got it for $50. Works fine. You can see it's got these marks on here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sand this with a sander, repaint the top, pair it with the washing machine we're working on, and list them. There's the finished product. There's the side. Don't worry about being absolutely perfect, because at the end of the day, these people are buying used washer and dryers. Put the knobs back on it. We will go grab the washer and put it out there and take some pictures. What's going on, guys? Like you just saw, I posted it for $300. In the description on the first line, I also put $40 for delivery. I absolutely got swamped with messages. It's about 11 a.m. the next day, and I've got something secured, and I'll be leaving here at about 12:45 to go deliver these about 30 minutes away for $340 total dollars. So I'll see you on the delivery. Got the washer and dryer loaded up in the back of my truck, and we are headed to deliver this. I've actually already been on the road, so I'm about 15 minutes out. I'll give you an update once we get there. Guys, there they are in the garage right there. Guess I can't zoom in with the front facing camera, but they're in that garage, and we got $340. So that's how you do that. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to watch more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel, and like they say, let the skunk spray.